is oil country. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers on the road to face the LA Kings for a midday affair. Good afternoon, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels. We are the Oilers Radio Network. Oilers starting lineup is brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Victor Arvidsson. On defense, Darnell Nurse and Brett Kulak. In goal, it's Stuart Skinner. For the Kings, Philip Deneau with Kevin Fiala and Alex Laferriere up front. On defense, Joel Edmondson and Brant Clark. In goal, it's Darcy Kemper. The referees are Morgan McPhee and Garrett Rank, Caleb Apperson and Jesse Marquis on the lines. We drop the puck. We're underway here from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles as it's shot into the Oilers zone. Skinner got it to the corner. Fiala breaks it up. Pass out to Deneau. Swing and a miss, and he has it go by him, and it's Arvidsson to get it out. On his own blue line, Clark up the right wing to Fiala, now to Deneau into the Oilers zone, goes to the right corner. Deneau in behind the net, can leave the puck to Laferriere. Comes over to the left side, steps out, the shot, and the save made by Skinner. He'll squeeze it up against the body just 31 seconds into the scoreless first.
Oh, we just got to say, they've got a kids' day here. We just heard, I know we're in the mecca of music. What a voice. That was as good an anthem.
It's very good.
As you'll ever hear. And the Kings got off to a singing start. There's no question about it. The Oilers guilty of a turnover back behind their own goal, but Stuart Skinner was there. Oilers with vastly improved defensive metrics this season, and it's resulted in the team putting together a good stretch here, 11 wins in the last 13.
Henrique snaps the puck into the Kings zone. It goes off the end boards. Former Oiler Oren Fogle able to get it out. Henrique has it at center ice. Now to Bouchard, up the right wing, off of Connor Brown. Kemper out to play it. Up the left wing off of Byfield. That will stay in the zone. The left wing there is Fogle for Los Angeles. He will get it out. As Ekholm inside his own end. Up the left wing boards, off the stick, comes over to Bouchard. Bouchard will wait inside his own end. Oilers change the forwards. Bouchard starts through the middle. Right side for Hyman. It goes into the Kings zone. Hyman with goals in 6 straight games. Can't get it in front of the net. Mikey Anderson around on the right for Kempe to the middle to Kopitar. Kopitar at center ice is able to shoot it in. It goes in behind the Oiler goal. Back there's Kulak. Up to the line with Gavrikov will keep it in towards the net. Save made by Skinner. Lots of traffic. He'll cover it as we're a minute 37 into a scoreless first period.
Gavrikov's a pending UFA. I'm going to assume they're going to find a way to get this guy extended. Of course, he stepped up and he's playing big minutes because they don't have Drew Doughty. Gavrikov playing 23-46 per game, but the top right shot, D-man Doughty plays 26 minutes a game. He's been out since the end of September, got injured in pre-season with an ankle injury.
Maybe that's opened the door for Brant Clark a little bit,
yes,
too.
Offensively.
Yep. Puck goes to Kempe behind the net. Centering pass. That's broken up by Ekholm. Kopitar on the left to the left wing point to Anderson. Got it to the left wing corner. That goes off a stick. Right to McDavid. He'll get it out to center ice for Hyman. Over the center ice line. He'll shoot it in. Gavrikov to the end boards. To the corner, but it goes off a skate. And Hyman centering pass doesn't get through. Mikey Anderson up the left wing to Kempe. Kempe to the middle to Anderson. Off the boards. Puck to the neutral zone. Ekholm, cross ice. Skating onto it, McDavid. Chopped off his stick by Gavrikov. Kempe up the left wing. That one misses Hellenius, and it goes down into the Oiler end. We're scoreless. We're in the first. Edmonton taking on the Kings. But cleared out to the neutral zone. On the right wing, Hellenius will shoot it in. Off the stick of Stuart Skinner. Perry poking around to the left wing corner to Nurse. Nurse up the right side to Janmark. Into the Kings end. He'll drive towards the net. And it's knocked off his stick. He's knocked into the net by Edmondson. And the net comes off the mooring in behind Kemper.
Guess you're allowed to run the guy right into a goalpost. I mean, that's what Edmonton's a big physical defenseman. Doesn't have to fight as much as he did earlier in his career. Had a real good run, as you know. Bounced around a bit in the National Hockey League, but won a Stanley Cup.
It's a sixth team now,
sixth NHL team for him. But he's plus 13 this season. He's having a good year. Big, solid, physical, tough defender. Played for Kamloops and Moose Jaw in the Western Hockey League.
Burrows up the right wing for the Kings. They're going with 11-7 as the puck shot into the Oilers' zone. They did that for 6 of the 7 road games leading up to the Christmas break. Into his own end, Deneau for LA. Toss to Burrows, now to Edmonton through the middle of Fiala. Pushes it to the right side. It's broken up. As Podkolzin to Draisaitl. Now to Nurse on the right for Arvidsson, and the former King gets it to the blue line. Just past Moverare, and now it's taken away. LaFerriere up the right wing for the Kings. Pushed off of it by Kulak. Go across to Emberson inside the Oilers zone. Through the middle, off the stick of Podkolzin. Now Podkolzin will bring it in. He's trying to go towards the net. He's shoved into the left wing corner, lost the puck. Spence on the left, finds Fiala. Fiala back to Spence. Into the Oiler end for Kevin Fiala. Drop pass, shot by Byfield. That goes just off of Stuart Skinner. Fiala recovers it to the blue line for Anderson, left wing point. Towards the Oiler goal, goes off the end glass. Stetcher on the right wing for Emberson, through the middle to Henrique. Into the Kings' end on the right to Kapanen. Cross-ice pass is broken up by Tanner Jeannot. He's able to get it out. 4:10 gone here, scoreless first. Oilers take on the Kings. Bouchard in his own end. The inboards to Henrique, now over to Stetcher. Up the left wing to Bouchard. Cuts to the middle, gives it to Kapanen. In over the Kings' blue line. Kapanen holds up, got it to the slot, comes back to him. Works over on his backhand on the left wing. Up to the top of the circle. Take a shot. And that one goes wide of the Kings' net. Byfield behind his goal. Edmondson up the right wing off his stick, and it goes into the Kings' bench. 4:41 gone here, scoreless first.
Twice, Kasperi Kapanen. The World Juniors going on. We should remember he scored that overtime winner for Finland back in 2016 on that star-studded team that had Patrick Laine and Puljujärvi flanking Sebastian Aho.
You threw it out to him yesterday about it. He said, yeah, the good old days.
Yes, absolutely. But he was flat-footed. Both times on the zone entry, they dropped it to him, and he had a little bit of time and space, but he wasn't moving his feet. It limited his options.
Face off to the right of Kemper. Puck gets into the corner. McDavid on the inboards. It goes near the top of the circle. Pitching down Ekholm on the left to Hyman. Out to McDavid. McDavid in behind the net. Now in the left corner. Nugent Hopkins to the blue line. Left point. Ekholm behind the goal to McDavid. McDavid brings it up the left wing. He goes across the top of the circles. Now down the right side for Nugent Hopkins to the right wing point. He got taken out on the inboards. The shot by Bouchard. Blockered away by Kemper. Kempe up the right wing for Kopitar. Return pass to Kempe. Missed him. And Bouchard will find McDavid at the Oiler blue line. McDavid and Draisaitl each with points in 9 straight games coming into this one as Ekholm will shoot it in. Anderson on the left wing for Gavrikov. And Gavrikov will get it out for Los Angeles. Kulak to Emberson, back to Kulak, inside the Edmonton blue line, through the middle to Emberson. He'll come into the Kings' end on the right wing. He'll shoot it. Stick save made by Kemper. Puck in the right corner. Skinner on the right side to Perry, to Kulak, now down the left. Into the left wing corner was Janmark. Gets to the end boards. Byfield will get it there for the Kings. He'll skate out through the neutral zone, right through the middle, into the Oiler end. Off the right wing boards and in. He'll go after it in that right corner. They got it tied up. Janmark got it loose. To Skinner through the middle, now to Kulak. Off the right wing side and into the Kings zone. Oilers will make a quick change. Jordan Spence. The left wing to Fiala, now to the middle. LaFerriere into the Oilers zone. On that left side, goes into the left wing corner. Rims on the right. Spence in from the point, but cleared out by Arvidsson. 6.5 gone here, scoreless first. The Oilers taking on the Kings. Nurse got it up the boards. Right to Draisaitl now through the middle. In over the King line. Drops it. Pod pulls in the shot. The save made by Kemper. He'll hold on to it. 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Gone here in a scoreless first. The Oilers taking on the Kings from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Looking for top-notch dry cleaning? Riverbend Cleaners in Edmonton have been family-owned for over 40 years. They're experts in tailoring, wedding gown cleaning, and leather and suede care. From coveralls to curtains to jeans and jerseys, they do it all. Enjoy the convenience of free pickup and delivery, as well as corporate discounts. Trust Riverbend Cleaners for quality service that's been a local favorite for...
Scoreless here in the first. Oilers taking on the Kings. 6:45 gone. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Today's Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, supporting Albertans battling cancer, kids with critical illnesses, animal shelters, first responders, food security, and more. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050. Face off in the King zone to the left of Kemper. Made 23 saves in a 3-2 overtime loss at Nashville on December 21st. That was his last game. Kings had 7 straight on the road going into the break. Off the draw, quick shot by Arvidsson, and Kemper, that one hit him up high and it hurt a little.
Yeah, he got some sting on that one, didn't he?
Arvidsson leaned into it, didn't he?
He did.
Draisaitl trying to win that face-off again. He won it pretty clean.
Arvidsson lined up in a different spot here this time.
This time, Philip Deneau with control for the Kings. Through the middle to Laferriere. Lifts it into the right corner of the Oiler end, goes after it. Stetcher had him up against the boards. Now Fiala can get it back to the point. To Clark. Clark to the middle, a little wrist shot. Just sails wide of the Edmonton net, but there was lots of traffic. Puck along the boards inside the Oilers zone. It goes to the middle. Nurse has it for Edmonton. Left wing to Draisaitl. Third in NHL scoring with 52 points coming into this afternoon's action as Draisaitl stood up at the King blue line. Give it to Nurse. Now on the right wing to Draisaitl. First in the NHL in goals. And his pass to Pod Golden just skipped over his stick.
He's got to make that play. That is a clean cut breakaway if he picks it up. What a pass by Lee.
It was perfect. Anderson within his own zone. We're scoreless here in the first period. Kostik Gavrikov through the middle off the stick of Turcotte. It goes deep into the Edmonton zone. Ekholm to McDavid to Nugent-Hopkins. His pass for Hyman's a little behind him. It's at center ice. Kopitar into his own end. Dumped it back in, so Kemper will rim it. It'll go to the line, kept in by Bouchard. Right wing corner to McDavid. Walks out of the corner, pass across, and just pulled wide by Hyman. That hit a stick, gets in front of the net. Turcotte there for the Kings. Up the right wing for Kempe.
Kempe made a great defensive play to thwart Hyman.
Bouchard playing in game 300 of his NHL career. Gives it to McDavid. Comes into the Kings zone. Drops it to Bouchard. To the left wing corner boards. Hyman in there with Anderson. Goes loose in behind the Los Angeles net. And up the left side is Jeannot. Jeannot will come out through the middle. Right wing to Foegele. Fogel's pass hits Ekholm. He's able to clear it out. 8:45 gone here in a scoreless first. Thrown into the Oiler end. Bouchard will take it in behind his net. Comes out in front of it. Up the right wing for Connor Brown. Brown bumps it in softly on the backhand. It goes in behind the goal. Oilers are in pursuit, but it comes over to the left wing. Kapanen had it for a moment. Got to the middle of the ice, and Spence is able to bat it out. Down the ice, should be icing, and it is against Los Angeles. 10:47 to go here in the first. Oilers taking on the Kings. Tomorrow afternoon, they're in Anaheim. And the Oilers back at home for a New Year's Eve game against Utah. Face off to the right of Kemper. Henrique against Byfield. Puck goes to Spence. He'll get it up in the air. Bounces out to center where Jeannot Off the left wing boards. We'll get to it in the left corner of the Oilers zone. Taken up against those boards. Some help from Kempe. A hit by Emberson. Puck goes to the right wing. Burrows wanted to play it back to the point. There was nobody there for Los Angeles. Oilers come out. Emberson in over the line to Brown on the right. He'll shoot it. Save. Rebound. Scores! Kapanen was right there for the rebound, and it's 1-0 Edmonton.
Well, just an ugly rebound given up by Darcy Kemper. I mean, there's no other way to say that. He's a really good goaltender when he's on his game, but he's got to, he spilled it. That's the term. Connor Brown fires one on goal, and Kemper can't decide whether or not to play it with his glove or play it with his stick. And the loose change was there, and it's as easy a goal as Kasperi Kapanen will ever score. But he did drive the net, and the Oilers did get the zone entry, and they got a 1-0 lead.
Kapanen gets his 5th of the year. 9:43, time of the goal, and Edmonton goes up 1-0 on the Kings. Puck goes into the Oilers zone. It's Stetcher over to Nurse. Up the left side, a bouncing puck. Moverare got it up the left side. And Hellenius will shoot it into the Oilers' end. Nurse on the right wing. Stetcher to Janmark, now to Nurse. He has to go back behind the goal. Up the left side to Jeff Skinner. Turn back to the boards, now through the middle. Finds Janmark on the right side. In over the Kings line to the right wing corner. Centering pass. Just off the stick of Corey Perry, and it goes out of play. 9:45 to go here in the first period. 1-0. Oilers lead on the goal by Kasperi Kapanen. We'll be right back from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe.
The Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 1-0 Oilers lead. Kasperi Kapanen from Connor Brown and Ty Emberson at 9:43 of this first period.
Probably of the 6 shots they've got on goal, the 5th shot was the easiest shot that he could have faced. Kemper.
He just put it in the wrong spot. Put it right to Kapanen. Easy tap in for Kapanen. Face off inside the LA zone and up the right wing against the center ice to LaFerriere. He'll shoot it in. It rims over to Fiala, left wing corner. Hit his stick, went behind the net. Deneau to help out. To the top of the circle it goes, and Arvidsson can clear for Edmonton. Through the middle of puck holds it, now to Draisaitl. In over the LA line, has it up near the left wing point, comes across that blue line, over to the right side, holds off Spence to the blue line. The shot by Arvidsson doesn't get through. Arvidsson will keep it in, off the right wing boards. Right in behind the net. Kemper to play it. Left corner to Spence. Up the left wing for Deneau. Deneau at the Edmonton blue line, off the right wing boards and in. First got to go back for it. Turcotte right on him. Turcotte is able to get the puck. Come over to the right side. Cycle it for Kempe. Kempe up the right wing. Out to Turcotte. Went off the heel of his stick, and Nurse can get it out. And it goes to Hyman. He's at center. He'll shoot it in. He'll go after it. Anderson jams it over to the right wing side. Kopitar now to Kempe, and he'll fly out through the middle for Los Angeles. Peeled off his stick by Bouchard. It takes Kempe to the boards. Kempe knocked him down.
You can't. Bouchard's looking for a call there. I'm with him. You can't get tackled on the play, Cam.
Up through the middle, Nugent Hopkins into the Kings zone, right side to Hyman. He's top of the circle on the right. Got it to the corner. Gavrikov spun it in behind the net. Goes over to Fogle on the right wing. 1-0 Oilers lead. 8:08 to go here in the first. Hyman keeps it in for Edmonton. Left side, top of the circle to the blue line. Ekholm will shoot it. And a save made by Kemper. He's able to hold on to it. With 8 minutes to go here in the first period. The Oilers up 1-0.
Well, we're seeing a referee for the first time here today that I recall seeing Morgan McPhee. Garrett Ranksworth's in the league a long time. I just, Kempe basically tackled Evan Bouchard.
It was a football play. Face off in the King zone to the right of Kemper. Puck goes to the left wing point. Stetcher for the Oilers. Across to Emberson. Down the right wing. Just past Kapanen. Goes over to the left. Henrique got it to the left wing corner to Connor Brown. In behind the net. Banks it to Emberson. He'll shoot it. And that goes high and wide of the net. And at the blue line. Hops over the stick of Stetcher. It comes out and is brought in by Fogle. He'll dish it across to Clark. But forced into the corner by Stetcher. Behind the net it goes. Fogle to the right corner to Byfield. He'll walk out of that corner, shoots and scores. Quentin Byfield goes short side upstairs, and he's tied the game at 1.
Great play by Byfield, but the whole sequence starts because Stetcher's a right shot playing to the left side, and he couldn't. The puck was rolling. The ice here is not great. We know that. It's one of the busiest buildings in the world. You know you have to deal with that coming in, and that allowed the puck to come into the zone, and then they ended up getting zone entry, and Byfield made a tremendous play off the wall, elevating the puck. It's a great play. He's had a tough start to the season. Give the man credit. That's a tremendous play by Quentin Byfield.
7th of the year for Byfield. 12:32, time of the goal. Just walked right out of that right wing corner. Found a little bit of room on the short side upstairs on Skinner. Just up under the bar. Jeff Skinner to get it out for Edmonton up the right wing to Corey Perry. Now to Mark, almost split the D. Moverare was able to recover, couldn't get it out. Through the middle. Moverare for Turcotte into the Oilers zone through the middle over to the right side. Hellenius with a shot and it goes wide. Hits the corner boards and goes up and out of play. Face off in the Edmonton end. So we're tied at 1 here at the Crypto.com arena.
But Emerson and Stetcher together, a pair of righties, and the loss first, the puck doesn't get kept in on the left side point, and then in the corner to the left of Stuart Skinner, they walk off the wall, and it's just Byfield just made a great play. Big, talented. Played mostly left wing last year. He's playing a lot of center right now.
Puck flipped up and out down the left wing. Colson was trying to get to it. Danoa got in there to break it up.
These guys going to call a penalty today or what?
I don't think so. Fiala to center ice. His pass picked off by Arvidsson, but he gets it back. Fiala in the shot. He misses on the short side. Puck goes to the left wing, and it's Draisaitl cross ice to Colson. All the way to the Edmonton blue line. Arvidsson to Colson. Right wing to Draisaitl. Forced back. Fogle and Clark get the assist on the goal by Byfield. We're tied at 1. We're in the first. Bouchard with it in the Edmonton zone. Oilers make some changes. We're down to 6:09 to go in the first period. Bouchard up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Off his stick, it goes into the King zone. Rimmed by Gavrikov. Pinching down Bouchard to keep it in right corner to Hyman. Around to the left. Ekholm comes flying towards it. Got the puck into the left wing corner. He's over to the right. Off the stick of Bouchard. It does come out. So Ekholm loops into his own zone. Up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Into King's territory. Poked off his stick. It comes out. Turcotte, right wing. Now to Kopitar. Into the Oiler end. Drops it to Gavrikov. To Kempe. His shot save made by Skinner, and he covers it up. Lots of traffic in front of that Edmonton goal, but Skinner is able to find it. We'll take a break with 5:32 to go in the first period. Oilers and the Kings tied up at 1 from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. It's Four Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in Oil Country. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Crypto.com arena tied at 1. The Oilers and the LA Kings. 5:32 to go in the first period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We are in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home no payments, no interest for 1 year.
Well, on the LA goal, Connor Brown, who's the right wing, was in the left corner supporting the play defensively, and it was inside positioning from another Wasserman client, Quentin Byfield. And he took it, and it's a 6'5", 220-pound forward. He got to the net, and that's a game-tying goal.
Face off the Edmonton zone. Jeannot left corner for the Kings. Back to the point. Edmondson across to Clark. Comes down the right side. Will shoot it. Off an Oilers stick. Rims around the glass. Edmondson keeps it in on the left point. Trying to get it low. Stetcher on the end boards. Around, but there's Fogle. Now to Jeannot. To the left wing point. Edmondson. A snapshot. Stick save by Skinner. Jeannot with it along the right wing. Top of the circle. Got it to the middle. Went to Byfield. Across the blue line to Clark. Clark off the left wing boards to Jeannot. His centering pass is broken up by Connor Brown of the Oilers, but kept in by Brant Clark. And that goes off the glass, off the mesh, and we got a whistle.
This line's taking it to a bit here. 5v5. Back-to-back shifts. They get the game time goal. Of course, this line also created the Oilers' goal.
4:50 to go in the first period. Oilers a point ahead of the Kings coming into this afternoon's action. Oilers second in the Pacific Division, Kings third. Draisaitl out of the face-off circle. So Arvidsson will come in and take the draw. And he'll be up against Philip Deneau. Gets to Emberson. He'll give it to Kulak. Wheels in behind the net. Comes up the left side. Out through center ice. Cuts to the middle. Pass on the right to Arvidsson. He'll shoot it towards the goal off the stick of Deneau. Draisaitl cross ice pass. That hits a stick and it launches out of play. With 4:36 to go here in the first. Tied at 1. It was Kapanen scoring for Edmonton at 9:43. Byfield replying for the Kings at 12:32. Face off in the Kings zone to the right of Kemper. Deneau off the right wing to the blue line. Didn't get it out. Kept in. It goes over to Draisaitl across. The one-timer by Arvidsson off the stick of Spence and out of play.
Oh, Leon's definitely looking for Victor Arvidsson, who spent parts of 3 seasons injury-riddled at times for LA. He was an important player for them.
Yep.
Signing a 2-year deal in Edmonton at $4 million. Fogle getting 3 in LA. 3-year deal. Just under 4. And again, Fogle, to his credit, had 20 even strength goals for the Oilers last season.
Flipped out to center ice. Kulak to Draisaitl. Brings it in on the left. Back to the blue line. Pass across. Nurse. One-time shot. Saved by Kemper. Big rebound. And he covers that up after Arvidsson had an offering in front of the net. Kemper had to make a couple of saves.
Oh, that was a good attempt for Edmonton. Nurse got the puck through. Leon's on his game. He's created 4 or 5 really good looks for the Oilers so far.
Leading the NHL with 24 goals coming into this afternoon's action is Leon Draisaitl.
Again, power plays. I mean, there's nothing been called. There's been opportunities for penalties to be called. And the Oilers have obliterated the Kings in the playoffs the last 3 years on the power play. And I mean obliterated.
Oh, yeah. Puck goes to Bouchard. It's shot. Glove saved by Kemper. He'll hold on to it.
25 for 55 over the last 3 years. That's 45.5%.
That's crazy.
On the power play. Connor McDavid, the Oilers have played LA 18 times. They've got the 12 victories, the 3 series victories. Connor McDavid's got 36 points in those 18 playoff games against LA. He's got 19 power play points.
It's not like it's a small sample size.
No,
it's pretty large.
And they got a good penalty killing unit this year. They're 11th.
Just over 81%. 81.7. Off the draw. Puck goes to Kempe. Give it to Gavrikov. This will come out through the middle. Sam had to go off his stick. Had to go back for it. Just to the Edmonton blue line. Kempe trying to keep it in. Ekholm will get it out. Right wing to Hyman. He'll get in behind Anderson. He'll go to the net. The backhand and the save by Kemper. To the middle it goes, but off the stick of McDavid. What a chance for Zach Hyman. Anderson will get it out for Los Angeles. We're tied at 1. We're in the first. To Kempe. Long shot, and it goes wide of the Edmonton goal. Nugent Hopkins hits by
He just got a high stick right in the face. And they
calling that?
No, they didn't. They got the offside. Nugent just looking at her. What the hell are you doing? How's that not a high stick? High stick me right in the face.
Puck got knocked down by a high stick, and we got a whistle. Yeah, Nugent Hopkins talking to the referee right now.
Talking to Garrett right now. I mean, he got clipped right in the mask. This is... Remember how you were calling cross-checks at the start of last year? They've thrown that out the window. You know that. Hyman on the breakaway, and a great blocker save made there by Darcy Kemper.
He elevated. Hyman elevated the puck, pulling it to his backhand. Good stop by Kemper coming across. Face off to the left of Skinner. Goes right on net and saved by Skinner.
There's the problem with that.
Another shot, the blocker save. This time to the left point. Edmondson shot. It's blocked, and Janmark's able to get it out through the middle. So he finds Jeff Skinner. Scooped it in on the backhand.
Janmark's played mostly wing.
Up goes to Perry, lost his stick. Goes into the right corner. Perry's able to kick it to the corner. Edmondson to Hellenius. Rims up the left wing. And Thomas will get it out through the middle to LaFerriere now on the right. For Clark, he'll shoot. Save made by Skinner. Holds on to it. 2:45 to go in the first. We're tied at 1 here in Los Angeles.
So Matthias Janmark playing center. He's played mostly the wing this year. Derek Ryan's the extra player. Derek Ryan is 62% in the face-off circle. And that's an area where the Oilers get a drop-off. And they get Janmark's speed through the middle on that fourth line. But they don't have a guy that's a really good centerman. In terms of on the dots. Now Henrique battling away. Henrique had a tough game the other night against Ottawa. Still around 54% on the season. Just got waved out. So Connor Brown in here against Byfield.
Face off to the left to Skinner. He had 20 saves in a 3-1 win over Ottawa before the break. And it goes near the top of the circle. Brought to the middle. Janot with his shot. It goes wide of the Edmonton goal. Off the inboards to the left wing point. Mulverare to the left wing corner to Byfield. Byfield, the goal scorer for the Kings this afternoon. To Fogle now on the right for Spence. Through the middle off a corner. Brown poked towards the net. They score. Warren Fogle found the loose puck in the slot. He just chopped at it and it went in. And it's 2-1 for the Kings. Just poked his stick towards the puck. It was a broken play in front of the Edmonton net.
But it started with a face-off loss. Tenth of the year for Fogle.
He's got a goal and an assist already. It's 2-1 for the Kings. Clark behind the Kings goal, rims on the right. He's able to get it out to Fiala, to the middle for Deneau, into the Oilers zone, goes over to the right wing, to the right wing corner, stops to the point for Clark, across to Edmondson. A snapshot goes wide of the Edmonton net. 2-1 Kings here with 2 minutes to go in the first period. Draisaitl through center, got taken to the boards. Fiala got the loose puck, just got it in over the line. But it's Bouchard for Edmonton through the middle where he finds Draisaitl. Into Kings territory, goes down the right wing to the right wing corner. Back to the blue line. Bouchard pulls to the middle, rips a shot that goes just wide of the net. And Deneau is able to get it out through the middle to Brant Clark. Into the Oiler end to the left wing corner. Put him behind the goal. It's Bouchard.
Good work back to the puck there by the Oilers swingers. Support the play defensively and a chance for an odd man break for LA. I don't know why they boo here. They're the team playing a 1-3-1. Why are you booing opposition teams winding it up out of their own zone?
McDavid into the Kings end, but the Oilers offside with 1:13 to go here in the first. 2-1 Kings lead.
Like, your team's sitting back, not forechecking. And you're booing the opposition for winding the puck up out of their own zone. It's hilarious. Thought that was going to change after they lost last year in the playoffs. Evidently, I mean, look, this is a good structured defensive team. They have been for a number of years.
It does seem a little less passive than before, at least so far in this game. It's a 2-1 Kings lead here in the first as Kopitar directs it into the Oiler end. Kulak will go in behind the net. Up the right wing, just off the stick. Good McDavid now in over on the right side. McDavid to the middle. Spun around, went off his stick. Turcotte for Kempe. Can't get it out. The net was knocked off in behind Kemper. So we get the whistle with 50 seconds left to go in the first period.
The Jeannot, Byfield, and Fogelline has given the Oilers some real challenges in this game against the Oilers' third line. And they've outscored them 2-1. And that's the difference in the game right now. I think McDavid thought he got clipped there. The reverse pivot inside.
Spence and Byfield with the assist on the Fogle goal. We make it 2-1 for the Kings. Pass on the left to Fogle. Too far for him. Should be icing. Oilers are getting an offensive zone face-off with 44 seconds to go in the first period.
Tanner Jeannot, by the way, is a UFA at the end of this season. Gave up a second and a fourth to get him from Tampa. Remember, Tampa sent like 5 draft picks to Nashville. Oilers loading up with David Draisaitl. Hyman here for the final 45 seconds.
Here's off to the right of Darcy Kemper. We'll go to Anderson behind his net. Rims hard on the left. That's past everybody. That'll be icing again.
They've done a good job on faceoffs.
Yeah.
Some people think, Stauffer talk too much about faceoffs, but critical situations, they matter.
You'd rather have the puck than not. The Byfield in the face-off circle with Draisaitl. Puck goes to Anderson. It's behind the net.
Leon thought that should have been a violation there against Byfield. No call.
Cleared out. Bouchard, left wing, off of Draisaitl, goes into the King zone. Gavrikov with 22 seconds to go in the period. Up the left wing to Fogle. High in the air and out. Bounces at the Edmonton blue line. Ekholm to Draisaitl. Makes a move. Comes through center. 8 seconds to go in the period. And over the line to Bouchard. Has it top of the circle on the right side. Gets it into the corner to McDavid. Back to the point to Bouchard. And that was tipped wide of the net. McDavid caught Anderson with the elbow on that play. First period comes to a close. Kings have the lead 2-1 after 20 minutes. And, yeah, that line of Byfield, Fogle, and Jeannot was a handful.
I'm not sure they're really LA's third line, but in the battle of the third lines, the Kings are outscoring the Oilers 2-1, and that's the difference in the game. I mean, the Oilers get a fortuitous sequence.
Next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50/50. It's in support of the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation. We drop the puck underway here in the second period. Puck goes into the King zone, drives down the right wing, goes in behind the net, over to the left wing point. Nurse with his shot goes off his stick. Arvidsson can't get his shot through in the high slot. He's able to get it into the right wing corner. Draisaitl in behind the net, but checked on the play by Clark. The right wing to LaFerriere, off the right wing boards down the ice. It's an icing call against the Kings. Just 25 seconds into the second period.
This will give an opportunity for the Oilers to get McDavid out with Hyman and Nugent-Hopkins away from Anze Kopitar in a matchup. Instead going Deneau against McDavid.
Over to the left side. Hyman to the point to Ekholm. Off the inboards, goes in behind the net. Clark rims. Knocked down by Nugent-Hopkins. Gets caught in his skates. Near the top of the circle, it is cleared out. Ekholm will drill it right back into the Kings' end. 2-1 Los Angeles leads. We're early in the second period. Along the left wing boards, Nugent-Hopkins. And then just past Ekholm, it does come out. Clark skates onto it. Into the Oilers or Fiala. He'll drive down the right side and couldn't get a good shot away as Bouchard was able to tie him up. Kopitar on the right wing point to the blue line to Anderson. His blast off the arm of Stuart Skinner. McDavid off the right wing boards and out to center ice. To Hyman, now to Nugent Hopkins. He'll bring it in left wing to Ekholm. His shot off the glove of Kemper. Sits in the slot for a moment and cleared by Turcotte down the right wing to Kempe with Kopitar. The pass to Kopitar skipped off his stick. Goes to the left side. Puck to the middle. And Nurse will bring it up the left wing now for the Oilers. Right side for Hyman. Off his stick and in. They'll go after it in the right wing corner. But Mikey Anderson was able to protect the puck. Now to Kopitar to center ice off the end boards, and that's an icing call against the Kings.
So the Oilers beat the Kings in 7, a year in which they did not have Doughty nor Arvidsson against the Oilers. The first 2 times LA and Edmonton played the next season, the Kings won both games. They won 3-1 in a game in Edmonton. I think that was a game McDavid got the major penalty in Edmonton, and then they won 6-3 in a fight-filled game here in the third period. That dropped Edmonton to 21-18-3, and everybody wrote the Oilers off at that point. Edmonton went on a great second-half run the rest of the way and shot the lights out offensively. Last year, the Oilers won the first game played between these two teams on December the 30th. That was the game that Derek Ryan scored the shootout deciding goal and kept the winning streak going. It's one of the 16 straight victories for the Oilers.
It's tied up against the boards in the King zone. Does come loose. Cap it into the right corner. Only got it behind the net. Anderson to Kempe. Cross ice to Kopitar. Got Turcotte with him into the Oiler end. But Turcotte went in early. It's offside against the Kings.
Got a shift to the lines here. Brown is off this line. They had Skinner up with Kapanen and Henry. And Brown will now play with Janmark and Corey Perry.
All right.
So Jeff Skinner,
adjustment.
Yeah, Skinner's been with, and this line's, they've got the Byfield line out against these guys right now. Can't turn the puck over there.
Goes to the inboards. It's Rim. Spence from the right wing point. Perry will try to get it by him. He can't. Fogle into the corner. Warren Fogle along the right wing boards. Off the right wing boards. Top of the circle. It goes to the blue line. Spence on the right wing to Byfield. Through the middle. Broken up by Corey Perry. He's able to get it out. Now to Janmark. Into the King zone on the right wing. Stops on the right side. Bumped it in behind the net. Moviari to the left corner to Spence. Back to Moviari. Moviari up the left wing. Long pass off the stick of Byfield. Goes into the Oilers zone. Emberson on the inboards with Quentin Byfield. Emberson able to protect it. Left wing corner to Corey Perry. Perry will bring it up the left wing to Emberson. Center ice. Tripped up by LaFerriere, and the first penalty of the game will go to Alex LaFerriere. A tripping call. Edmonton gets first power play.
And this again, huge difference between the two teams in the last 2 years in the playoffs. The Oilers, the last 3 years, going 25 for 55, 45.5%. Oilers' power play this year has not been lights out as it has been in the 5 previous years. They're at just 21.6%. That's 16th in the league. LA's penalty killing's 11th at 81.7. But the power plays looked a little bit better here over the last month.
Power play brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Kemper. Draisaitl to take the draw against Anze Kopitar. And Draisaitl won it, but the whistle went.
And Leon is not happy.
It just seemed like a normal face-off.
I know.
So he's out of the face-off.
He's always talking. He's a real good player. He talks a lot.
So McDavid will take this draw. 2-1 Kings. They're just 3 minutes, 8 seconds into the second period. And the puck goes in behind the net. Anderson got it around the boards to the line. Kept in by Bouchard. Right side to Hyman. Into the corner to McDavid to the slot. Nugent Hopkins scores! Yes! Ryan Nugent Hopkins pulls the trigger right in the slot. The Edmonton Oilers have tied the game at 2.
Well, Hyman made a great play. He won the puck battle on the wall, and that kept it alive for Edmonton. And then McDavid with a activating Nugent Hopkins off the left flank, jumping into a seam, threads the needle. And Ryan just with a quick shot. And it's a red gear versus red gear matchup, and Nugent Hopkins finishes it off, and we're tied at 2.
Nugent Hopkins gets his 7th of the season. And the Edmonton Oilers didn't take him long on the power play. tie the game up. Clark up the right wing. Center ice, he'll shoot it in. Hits the corner boards. Goes it behind the Edmonton goal. Stetcher to Arvidsson. Up the right wing. Now to Draisaitl. Through the middle finds Nurse. Goes off his stick just at the Kings' blue line. Clark will clear it to Deneau. Deneau into the Oiler end on the left wing. Cross-ice pass over to Fiala, and it was skipping. Couldn't get the shot away. Draisaitl can bring it out. Down the left side. Into the Kings' zone. Cross-ice pass. It goes to Stetcher, and shot, and it's saved made by Kemper. Arvidsson off the right wing boards. To Stetcher. Back to Arvidsson. Goes through the high slot to Nurse on the right wing to Stetcher. Cross ice finds Arvidsson. Left side, top of the circle. Ooh. Now to Stetcher. Just barely kept it in on the right wing. And he got it to the right wing corner. Fiala has to deal with Darcy Kemper's stick that's on the ice in behind the net. And it's rimmed. It doesn't get out. Emberson over to Kulak. Will shoot it. Blockered by Kemper. It goes high into the air in behind the goal. Edmondson will try to clear it. He can't. Emberson down the right wing boards, but Fiala there for the Kings will get it out. We're tied at 2 here in the second period. LaFerriere will shoot it in. 4:40 gone here in the second. Emberson over to Kulak. Through the middle to Henrique. Into the Kings zone on the right side of the right wing corner off the stick of Kapanen. Kapanen was on the end boards, and it will be Byfield up the left wing to get it out. It's center ice to Jeannot. Skip it to the right wing corner of the Edmonton zone. It goes near the side of the goal. Henrique to Kapanen, cross ice. Jeff Skinner. Now to Kapanen on the left wing. On the back end, he'll shoot it in. Spence goes in behind his net for the Kings. Up the right wing. Long pass off of Byfield. Steered it into the Oilers zone. Stetcher on the right wing. Got it up the right wing boards. It didn't get out. Shot on net off the left side. Pad save by Skinner. He'll cover it up as Fiala quickly put it on net.
Troy Stetcher thought he'd been cross-checked into the boards there. Competitive player, as you know. Gives you everything he's got.
McDavid with that assist. That's points in 10 straight for Connor McDavid on the goal by Nugent Hopkins. Hyman also drawing an assist. Gives him points in 7 straight. Goals in 6 coming into this for Zach Hyman.
Some D-zone help here in the face-off for Janmark. Draisaitl out on the ice. Take the draw.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Puck goes all the way over to the left to Janmark. Up the left wing boards to Corey Perry. Out it up the left side of Draisaitl. Let's go back into the Oiler end with Fiala on him. Through the middle, picked off by Thomas. And Thomas into the Oiler zone for Hellenius left wing. His shot and a glove save made by Skinner. The face off in the Oiler zone.
And it's a hard match here for Jim Miller. I mean, it's clear he wants Kopitar out against McDavid 5-on-5 every chance he gets. Which, if you're Edmonton in a 7-game series by games 5 and 6, you're thinking McDavid might be able to drag Kopitar out into deep water. These two teams will not look the same by the time the playoffs get going. And yes, I expect them both in the playoffs.
Kopitar behind the Oiler goal. Bouchard gets the puck free, though, to McDavid up the right wing to Hyman. Back to McDavid. Gathers speed in over the Kings line to Nugent Hopkins. Left wing corner to McDavid. To the point, Ekholm over to Bouchard. Bouchard with a move on Kopitar, but he lost the puck. Turcotte will get it out. Turcotte now into the Oiler end on the right wing. To the middle, now over to Mikey Anderson. Didn't get much on the shot, and it just rolls into Kemper. He gets it with a glove. Or Skinner gets it with the glove, and he holds on. You get a little pushing after the whistle. Looks like they got it figured out. We're tied at 2. We've played 6 minutes, 11 seconds of the second period. The Oilers taking on the Kings from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. It's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The holiday countdown has started at Freedom Ford. Unbeatable deals on 2024 models with savings up to $15,000.
Here at the Crypto.com arena, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Tied at 2. The Oilers and the Kings, 6:11 gone here in the second period. Been Kapanen and Nugent Hopkins for Edmonton, Byfield and Fogle for Los Angeles. The Oilers scoring on the power play here in the second period. The only power play of the game so far. Face off to the left to Stuart Skinner. Puck to the corner. Ekholm up the right wing. It goes off the stick of Hyman. It comes out. Anderson to Turcotte for Los Angeles. His pass broken up by Bouchard. Down to McDavid looking for Hyman. Doesn't connect. Kopitar for Turcotte. Left side to Kempe. Lost the puck to Bouchard. He's able to clear it out. Turcotte will bring it right back in on the right wing. Rims the puck off the right wing boards to the left wing, top of the circle. Kopitar into the left wing corner. Now to Kempe to the blue line. Gavrikov will take a shot. Good pad save made by Skinner. That was redirected. And the puck in behind the net. Ekholm on the right wing for Hyman. Hyman to center ice. Able to shoot it in. Kemper out of his net. Right wing to Gavrikov. Back to Anderson. Mikey Anderson behind his goal. Vladislav Gavrikov up the right wing. On the puck out to center ice. Now to Fialo. Come in. Across the shot. And his save made by Skinner off of Laferriere. And the puck along the left wing. Laferriere top of the circle. To the blue line to Edmonton. Got it to the middle. There was Draisaitl to get it out. For Arvidsson, now to Podkolzin. Skates into the Los Angeles zone. A high rising shot off the glass. The puck along the right wing. Edmondson for the Kings. Bounces it out.
But Colson had some heat on that shot. Wow.
He got all of it. Just missed the net, though. There's Arvidsson on the right wing for Podkolzin. Into the King zone. To Draisaitl. Goes to the corner. Now Podkolzin. Turns in the right corner. Out to Emberson. His one-timer. That was blocked. Went off at Danault. Kulak has it on the left wing. Goes into the corner. For Podkolzin to the left wing point to Arvidsson. All the way across to Draisaitl. He's on the right point. For Emberson to Draisaitl. His snapshot doesn't get through. Edmondson get out to center ice for the Kings and dump it in. Kings make changes. As Emberson up the left wing for the Oilers. For Kasperi Kapanen. Fogle on him. Shoots it in. 8:25 gone in the second. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Kings. Puck to the right, wing point, bounces off the skate of Stetcher. It stayed in. Moverare all the way around on the right wing for Spence through the middle. Kept in by Jeff Skinner, but it will go to Jeannot. Jeannot is able to get it out. Nurse and behind his net. The right corner to Stetcher. The right wing boards. Byfield kept it in, but it'll go back to Stetcher. Skip it up to the line. It doesn't get out of the zone. Jeannot on the right wing to the net. And the shot and the save made by Skinner. Puck to the right wing corner. Fogle to the point for Spence. His shot off the stick of Henrique. Gets into the high slot. And Henrique can clear it out. Henrique up the left wing. Jeff Skinner had to go off his skate. Jeannot in his own zone. From Moverare up the right wing. Now to Thomas. Into the other end, goes down the right side. Behind the net, poked away the side of the goal by Kulak. The puck along the left wing. Back to the point to Byfield. They'll shoot it off the glove of Skinner. It goes behind the net. Thomas to the left wing point. Edmondson over to Burrows. His shot that hit shin pads in front of the net. Loose puck. Here's the backhand by Danault and the save by Skinner. He'll hold on to it. 9:45 gone here in the second.
Everything that the Kings have got going on in this game has come off of a hard-pressed forechecking cycle. We've had some swings. It's almost been like a basketball game where you'll have one team get a run of 5 or 6 points, and then the other team gets a run of 7 or 8. And then
the momentum has swung back and forth
here. But a lot of what LA has been able to establish has been with Tanner Jeannot on that line with Byfield and Fogle. They've been the heavy horses.
Exactly. That is what has got the momentum going the Kings' way.
Yeah. Kopitar just... And McGee, look at the stickler. Holy cow.
Hyman goes into the King zone. Goes to the end boards. Kempe on the right wing for Los Angeles. Off the right wing boards and out. Bouchard. Long pass to Hyman. That was broken up. It does come back to Bouchard. Over to Ekholm up the left wing. It's center ice. They get it in off the stick of Hyman. As it goes in behind the net. Gavrikov around to Kempe. Can't clear it out. Kept in by Ekholm behind the goal. To Hyman, left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Top of the circle, but Kempe able to clear it. Gets to the Edmonton blue line, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has tied this game at 2. He'll come up the left wing. Up the right wing now to Bouchard, and shot a high riser that hit Kemper up high. The puck comes out, and they're going to blow the whistle. I think the helmet or the mask of Kemper knocked it right off. So we'll take a break. 9:18 to go in the second. Oilers and Kings tied at 2 from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. It's Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Proudly headquartered in oil country, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today. While
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Oilers and Kings tied at 2. We got 9:18 to go in the second period.
Well, the Kings made a couple off-season additions. Joel Edmondson on defense and Tanner Jeannot up front.
That's adding some toughness on both ends.
Both and size and physicality, and they've been noticeable.
Face-off just outside the Kings blue line. The McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman trio out there with Ekholm and Bouchard. Gavrikov to Anderson. The left wing to Fiala. Fiala spins around at the blue line. Goes back through the middle. It's broken up now. It comes back to Fiala. Lost it just inside the Edmonton zone. McDavid will go in behind the net for Evan Bouchard. 300th NHL game today for Bouchard. Back to McDavid. In on the right side to Bouchard. Goes to the right wing corner to Connor McDavid. Slides in behind the net over to the left wing. Trying to hold off Anderson. To Ekholm on the left. He gets checked, and out with it is Fiala. He's got LaFerriere with him. Into the Oilers zone. Fiala, the shot just wide of the net as he pulled it to the forehand at the last second.
David, great job working back to the puck, basically negating the options for Fiala. Then Skinner stood brave. That's what he did there, because you know he's coming hurtling into you.
A shot into the King zone. Kemper can set it for Gavrikov.
Kings have had a good 4 or 5 minutes here after Oilers had 2 good shifts after the goal.
Oh, almost given away. Now it is. It's Draisaitl in front. Arvidsson scores! Victor Arvidsson goes high to the glove side on Kemper, and the Oilers are up 3-2.
Well, that sequence right there is why the Oilers players like Vasily Podkolzin, because he could have easily shot the puck. Instead, he serves it up on a platter for Arvidsson, who caught a good shot on goal. Oilers have the lead. So the 2 players that basically were swapped out for one another in free agency have each scored. Fogle for the Kings and Arvidsson for the Oilers. Draisaitl with a great strip to set it up.
That's what started the whole thing, was the Leon Draisaitl strip of the puck that breaks things up in the King zone, and then it gets flipped up over the glass and out of play in the neutral zone with 7:55 to go in the second. 3-2 Oilers lead, so Draisaitl should pick up an assist. Will give him points in 10 straight games. Podkolzin as well with an assist on the Arvidsson goal, his 4th of the year. Oilers up 3-2. They've scored twice here in the second period. Edmondson to Clark off the right wing glass. And Byfield will bounce it in on net. Skinner can give the puck to Nurse. He's in behind the net. Up the right wing to Stetcher. Cross ice to Nurse. So Draisaitl, yes, with points in 10 straight, as is Connor McDavid. They both have a helper each in this game. Nurse on the right to Stetcher at center, across to Nurse. Nurse will shoot it in. Rims to Draisaitl, goes for the right wing corner. Now to Arvidsson, right wing. Around to the left. Nurse got to come in from the blue line. Keep it in for the Oilers. Goes to Clark. Can't get it out. It's Draisaitl will go in behind the net. Draisaitl out to Arvidsson. Oh, he hammered it in this save made by Kemper. Wow. Victor Arvidsson got to skate about 15 feet before he drilled that.
Well, Leon and Victor Arvidsson have got some chemistry here. That's what we're starting to see a little bit. Leon's looking for him. Arvidsson's got a shooter's mentality. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit greedy. We watched Team Canada last night, and we can debate the merits of the makeup of their World Junior team and not having 3 top 10 picks available to you on your roster. But you got to have guys that want to finish, and they got a lot of playmakers on that team. Draisaitl, great passer, and Arvidsson let her rip.
Face off to the left of Kemper. Spence in front of his net around to Thomas up the right wing as he'll come out for Los Angeles in center ice. Plays it in off the end boards. Emberson with Laferriere right on him. Over to the right. Dumped down by Laferriere. They get back up. It squeezes to the line and just off of Moverare and out. On the right wing, Spence will shoot it back in. Skinner to play it. Skinner plays it off the glass. Hits Thomas on the right. Now to Hellenius. To the middle, he was trying to get that. Comes back to Hellenius, back to the blue line to Spence. He'll walk in this shot, and that just off the arm of Skinner. Wow. Puck on the left side into the Oilers zone.
They're letting them play this afternoon.
Oh, they sure are. It comes loose, and it's Janmark to skate out for Edmonton. 4-on-3. Down the right wing, gave it to Connor Brown. Cross ice, it went off the netminder. Kemper, puck in the left wing corner. Janmark battles on the left wing boards for Connor Brown. To the blue line. Ekholm steps in left point. His shot, it's blocked, but he'll keep it in. Come down the left wing. He'll go to the net. The backhand off the glove of Kemper. And the puck on the right wing. Kempe up the boards to Turcotte. Center ice to Kempe. It was behind him. Now Moverare will shoot it in. Ekholm turns it up the left wing with 5:45 to go in the second. Edmonton up 3-2. Off the left wing boards and into the King zone. Edmondson out through the middle. Puck goes to Ekholm at center ice. Over center ice line. Shot it in. Burrows will knock it down. Burrows up the right wing. Past Fiala. So Ekholm for Bouchard. Right corner. Out through the middle of the ice. And Burrows has to turn inside his own blue line. On the right wing, give it to Kopitar. Off the right wing boards and in. Jeff Skinner, tight turn. Will lift it up and out. Edmondson inside his own zone for the Kings to Burrows. The right wing to Fiala. Had Ekholm on him. Fiala spinning around. On the right for Laferriere. Just into the Oiler end. Broken up by Ekholm. Gets to center ice. Kevin Fiala there for the Kings. On the left wing for Gavrikov. Comes into Oiler territory. In the left wing corner. Gets hit hard by Nurse. And the puck along the left side. Fiala. Cross ice. Nobody there for the Kings. Jeff Skinner is able to get it out to Nurse. Into the Kings zone. By himself. Oilers make changes. He'll dump it in. Gavrikov will go in behind his net. 4:25 to go in the second. 3-2 Oilers lead. Off the right wing boards and in. Kulak is in front of the goal. Up the right wing. That misses McDavid. It goes down. It's icing against the Oilers.
And right away the Kings are...
You get that Byfield line out there.
Yeah, boy, they've been good. They've been the best line.
Yes. Byfield, Jeannot, and Fogle out there.
You know, Byfield's chomping at the bit here. He was represented by Jeff Jackson, too. Jeff now, of course, present. The Oilers hockey operations.
Nugent Hopkins with a center ice line, able to bounce it to the left wing corner of the King zone. Byfield on the end boards. Hyman got it free to Nugent Hopkins to the right wing point to Bouchard. Bouchard got hit by Fogle. The puck comes out. Fogle dump it down on the backhand. It'll be icing against the Kings.
Fogle's playing for keeps, playing physical. Had a wrist injury that he dealt with at times.
He's got a goal and an assist here this afternoon.
He's been good.
He's been good.
He was good last year for Edmonton. I know he got scratched during the playoffs, but as the Oilers worked their way back into that series against Florida, McLeod and Fogle, two guys that are no longer here, their game elevated.
Kulak on the left wing point. Cross ice, just went off the stick of Draisaitl. Podkolzin comes barreling into that right wing corner. Mikey Anderson has to deal with Podkolzin, who's all over him right now. And he dumps him to the ice. Swing it back to the blue line. Oh, just off the stick of Bouchard, it came out. Bouchard on the right wing, but over the stick, Draisaitl icing against the Oilers. Podkolzin in on the forecheck is a handful.
Vasily Podkolzin, you can be disappointed Holloway's not here. You can criticize the Oilers on the double offer sheet. You can congratulate St. Louis for making it count, and they have. Just like Edmonton did when they got Dustin Penner. Let's not forget, scored 91 goals and under 4 seasons in Edmonton, and the Oilers got a number 1 from the Kings when they flipped them to Los Angeles. But Colson has been a really sage pickup for Edmonton. It's been a solid addition to the team. You know what you're getting from him every shift.
Keeps plays alive in the offensive zone. Turcotte lost it at the Edmonton blue line. Draisaitl comes the other way to Arvidsson into the Kings' end. He'll go cross ice for Bouchard. Has it on the left. Forced up to the line by Clark, and it does come out, but Bouchard still has it. Now to Draisaitl. Over to Bouchard on the right wing. Through the middle of Podkolzin. Left wing for Arvidsson. Left wing corner of Kings territory.
How's that not a cross-checking penalty?
Rims on the right. Right across. Draisaitl on the right wing, top of the circle. Cycles it to Podkolzin. To Draisaitl. Draisaitl for Perry to Arvidsson. Arvidsson down to the right wing corner to Perry. Perry on the right to Brown. His shot hits someone. It goes to Perry. Couldn't get a shot through. And Turcotte's going to be able to clear it.
Perry was going to pass that puck.
Kings make quick changes. Perry has it at center ice. Pass to Connor Brown into the Kings zone, right wing corner. 3-2 Oilers lead. 2:08 to go here in the second. Puck on the left wing. Perry to the blue line to Nurse. Hits the broken stick, and it goes over to the right wing. Brown in the right wing corner. Shovels that to Janmark. He's top of the circle on the right side. Anderson takes him to the boards. Goes it behind the net to Perry. He gets checked on the play, and up the right wing. Byfield comes out with it for Los Angeles into the Oiler end down that right wing. He's going to go towards the net. A centering pass, but that one goes into the high slot, and it's Perry to get it out. He'll dump it in. Blockered away by Kemper.
Byfield's having a great game.
Spence on the right wing to Gavrikov. Up the right wing boards to Byfield. Only got it to the Edmonton blue line. Emberson for Jeff Skinner. Into the Kings zone. Top of the circle right wing for Henrique. Over to the left for Kapanen. Left wing point to Ekholm. Out of the right wing corner is Kapanen along the right wing boards to Henrique to the blue line to Emberson. To Henrique. Poked off his stick. It comes out. Coming up to the last minute here in the second. 3-2 Oilers lead. Long pass to Kapanen. They'll try to split the D. Kapanen spun around the shot. A pad save made by Kemper.
What a play by Kapanen. Keep that alive.
Nugent Hopkins it behind the Los Angeles net. Goes to the right. Out to Kapanen. Shot saved by Kemper. It was partially blocked though. Gavrikov will get it up in the air and out. Fiala lost it at the Edmonton blue line. Nurse in the left wing. Inside his own end. With Deno all over him. Over to Ekholm. We're down to 28 seconds to go here in the second. Up the right wing to McDavid. Now to Nurse. Into the Kings end left wing for Hyman. Drive towards the net. A backhand that goes in behind the goal. McDavid finds it on the right to the slot. Nugent Hopkins shot. Blocker save. Puck goes high into the slot. And it was knocked down by a high stick. We get the whistle. With 9 seconds to go here in the second, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We are at the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 3-2 Oilers lead here late in the second period. Face off to the left of Darcy Kemper.
Good period for the Oilers.
We've got the only 2 goals of this period.
I am a master of understatement, you know that.
Yep, I like it. Byfield will get it out, up in the air, down the ice. Will not be icing. Period ends. But like you were saying earlier, 3-2 Oilers lead through 40. The swings in momentum where a team has 3 or 4 shifts in a row where they're putting pressure on, and then it goes the other way.
Cam,
Draisaitl, Arvidsson, Podkolzin on the ice with Kulak and Nurse to start it off against the line of Deno, Fiala, and Laferriere. with Edmondson and Clark on the back end. We drop the puck. We are underway, and it's Clark with it just at his own blue line. Edmondson back to Clark. Through the middle, Deneau steers it in. Kulak has to chase after it. The right wing boards to Draisaitl. To the line, Arvidsson got it out where he finds Podkolzin. Makes a move at the blue line, gets taken out at the line. And Fiala can come the other way for the Kings. Into the Oilers' zone, cross-ice pass in behind Laferriere. It's along the boards in the Oiler end. Deneau couldn't get a pass through Kulak. It goes near the blue line. Ferrier down the top of the circles with it, where Draisaitl breaks it up. Cross to Kulak. He'll give it to Nurse.
Colson thought there should have been a tripping call right on the zone entry, the blue line. Leon Askin.
Only had one penalty in this entire game as the Oilers bring it in on the left side. Nugent Hopkins is shot, and the glove saved by Kemper. He holds on. Minute 5 gone here in the third. Oilers up 3-2. And it was a penalty to Laferriere in the second period. The Oilers scored early in that power play.
And that was on a knee/strip as well. They let a lot go this afternoon. I'm not saying, there's some, put it this way, there's some games right now where this would be 4-3 in terms of power plays for the two teams, and we're at the Oilers with one and LA with none. I'm not saying Edmonton's been angelic in any way, shape, or form. They've gotten away with a couple of infractions as well.
Nugent Hopkins to the left wing point. Ekholm blasts a shot, and it's blocked. Went off of Mike Anderson. Bouchard kept it in on the right wing. To Hyman along the right wing boards. Checked on the play. Kopitar can't get it out. Not with Nugent Hopkins in front of him. And it goes in behind the Los Angeles net. And Anderson up the left wing to Kopitar. Up the right wing for Kempe. Now to Gavrikov into the Oiler end. Down that right wing is backhand shot wide of the Oiler net. Kopitar will keep it in. Puck goes to Ekholm of the Oilers. Up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll get it out and over the stick of Anderson into the Kings zone. It goes to the right wing corner. McDavid out of the right side into the slot. Ekholm spins around to the right wing. And behind the net off the stick of Nugent Hopkins. Kempe at the top of the circles kicks it up to Turcotte. They'll get to center ice. And only to the Edmonton blue line. Bouchard has it inside the Oilers zone.
So this is the matchup the Kings want here. They want Henrique going up against Byfield.
At center ice, Jeff Skinner. His own blue line to Nurse. Back to Skinner to Nurse. Up the right wing for Kapanen. Comes into the Kings zone. Went to play it low off the stick of Moverare. He'll come to the left wing point. Nurse kept it in. Deneau will get it out where he finds Warren Foegele. Former Oiler into the Oilers zone. Now on the right wing in front of the net. Deneau scores. Deneau right at the side of the goal gets a tap in, and this game's tied at 3.
I'd say Chris Knobloch's got to pivot away from this matchup because the Oilers are getting shredded here. This line's got all 3 of their goals. I mean, it's a real nice play by LA.
Yeah.
But it's way too easy. And Deneau, who had a 24-goal season a couple of years ago with Nashville, with it as easy of a tap-in as you'll ever see. It's his 5th of the year. Byfield's been fantastic in this game.
He has. Spence and Foegele should get the assist. 2:32 time of the goal. We're tied at 3. We're here in the third. The Oilers take on the Kings. Up the right wing, a pass that goes off the skate of Janmark all the way down. It's icing against Edmonton. Faceoff will be to Skinner's right. Some early strike by the Kings.
Right back out here against the
Byfield line, yeah. Kulak can sweep it up the left wing boards to Connor Brown at center ice. Floats it across to Emberson into the Kings zone. Now to Janmark. Stops on the right wing side at the hash marks. Up to the blue line. Got it to the middle, but Foegele will get it out. Kulak goes back into his own end. He's got Byfield on him. Goes in behind the net. Byfield chases him back there. Up the right wing, and the puck cleared out. Brown got it to the blue line. Penalty coming up against the Kings. It's going to be a hooking call. Wow. And the Oilers are going to go on the power play. Jeannot goes to the box for the hook. Power plays brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at ATCOenergy.com. Edmonton 1 for 1 with the man advantage.
Now you got a chance to flip momentum because the Kings had it. And of all the things to be called, this game weren't called, and see that one. Got to figure the marbles might even up here a little bit. Better make it count if you're Edmonton, and you are 1 for 1.
Face off to the right of Kemper, puck to the left wing point. It's Nugent Hopkins. Over to Bouchard. Down the right wing boards to McDavid. Now on the right to Draisaitl in front of the net. Off the stick of Hyman. It goes wide. Deneau will clear. McDavid turns it up at his own blue line. Comes into the Kings zone. Dodges the hit from Anderson. Lost the puck. And it's cleared out by Deneau. Bouchard on the right wing. We're tied at 3. We're here in the third. 3:45 gone. To Draisaitl, comes across the blue line to the high slot. Down the left wing in front to Hyman. Oh, and a stop by Kemper. And Zach Hyman was right in front of the net. Kemper was able to cover it up.
Kings went fishing there, and the Oilers walked right around them. What a chance for Zach Hyman. And Darcy Kemper, he gave one away. Well, that time he pulled one off the board. Point-blank look. Hyman elevated the puck, and Kemper got the glove out and made a terrific stop.
That opportunity by Hyman. He had a breakaway in the first period. Goals in 6 straight games. He's got points in 7. He does have an assist in this game. Puck goes to McDavid. He'll get it across. One-timer by Bouchard, and the save by Kemper. He held on to that. Oilers with 1:17 to go in the power play.
So Leon's had 3 face-off wins in this game on the power play. On one of them, the puck ended up in the net, and at that time, a point-blank bomb from Booth.
Face off to the right of Kemper. Draisaitl against Kopitar. Gets into some skates, and it's Hyman to the point to Bouchard. Left wing to McDavid. Makes a little move, comes down the left side. Goes to the corner. He's in behind the net. To the right. Got it in front of the goal, just beyond the stick of Draisaitl, and Kopitar will skate out for the Kings. He'll clear it down the ice. Bouchard now to Draisaitl. Through center. Into the Kings zone. On the left wing, off the stick of Byfield. It comes out. Penalty over in 45 seconds. As Bouchard skates up the right wing for the Oilers. Dishes at the blue line. Draisaitl got it in. Right wing to Bouchard. Pass for McDavid. Misses. It comes out. Draisaitl being pressured by Byfield and gets it over to Nugent Hopkins. Turn in front of the Edmonton net. Oilers will make a change. Get the second power play unit out there. Tied at 3, we're in the third. Up the left wing to Jeff Skinner. That's over center ice, shoots it in. It rims on the right. Corey Perry to the right wing corner. Mikey Anderson on him. And it's Perry, wins the battle, goes in behind the net. Over to the left, now Gavrikov takes him to the end boards. They do get him free. Penalty is over. Ekholm on the right wing in front of the net. Just off the stick of Henrique. It goes wide. Edmonton now 1 for 2 on the power play. Puck bouncing in front of the goal. Skinner, his shot, and a save made by Kemper on a backhand by Jeff Skinner. And Kemper will cover it up.
Oh, good play there by that time. Jeff Skinner used his lower center of gravity and got inside position and almost sliced one home. Kemper's battled in this game.
Face off to the left to Darcy Kemper. Arvidsson taking the draw. Arvidsson out there with Brown and Janmark. Emerson and Kulak on the back end. Kopitar taking the draw for the Kings. Emerson on the right point, got it to the corner. Kopitar around to Spence. He gave it away. Puck comes in front of the net. A bouncing puck, but Moviare over to Kopitar up the right wing. Not past Arvidsson, though. Kopitar will get another chance. He does clear it out. Emberson, right wing to Connor Brown. Shoots it in on the backhand. Just about 6 minutes gone here in the third. Tied at 3, the Oilers and the Kings. Spence behind his net. Over to the right wing. Arvidsson on him. Penalty coming up. So Arvidsson got the stick up on Spence. Edmonton will get a penalty once they touch it as Fiala brings it out and into the Oilers zone. Right side to Kopitar. Waits in the right wing corner. To the point for Clark. Drops it for Kempe across the top. Now over to Kopitar. In front of the net. That hits the stick and is now touched by Arvidsson. And the Edmonton Oilers are about to be shorthanded for the first time in this game. Victor Arvidsson will go off 2-minute variety of a high sticking call. We're going to take a break. Tied at 3, the Oilers and the Kings. 6 minutes, 22 seconds gone here in the third period from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. It's Ford Dealers, NHL hockey on the Oilers radio network. So it's Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. Tied at 3, 6 minutes, 22 seconds gone in the third. Arvidsson off to the box for a high sticking penalty. First power play of the afternoon for the Kings.
Brent Clark runs the power play. Saw play last year in between Game 3 and Game 4 for Ontario in Bakersfield. He was good. Broberg was better that night, but Clark's probably got a higher offensive ceiling.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off in the Oilers zone to the right of Stuart Skinner. Puck gets into the corner. Ty Emberson will drill it, and that is kept in by Brant Clark. Puck to the middle. Nugent Hopkins is able to find that, and he'll clear it all the way down the ice.
Oilers have killed off 36 of their last 40 shorthanded situations. That's over the last 19 games, Cap. It's 90%.
Up the right wing. Byfield got it into the Oilers zone. That's a pretty good number. Byfield right corner to the blue line to Clark. Right wing, top of the circle at Byfield to Clark. Comes across the line to Kempe on the left, top of the circle. Across for Byfield, but it went off his stick. But had a good look to the net. Back to the point. It goes to Clark. He'll shoot it. That's blocked in front of the goal. Sent to the line. Oh, Clark kept that in with the glove after Henry tried to get it out. Kempe to the blue line to Clark. Across the one-timer. Save made by Skinner with a left pad off of Fiala. Puck along the boards inside the Oilers zone. Kopitar to Kempe comes down the left wing. He'll shoot it, and it's save made by Skinner. Up to the end boards. Ekholm can't get it out. Kept in by Kopitar. Has it right corner. Kopitar has spun around. Emberson has it and rims on the left, and Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Kemper quickly out of his net to play it. But Kempe can't go into the zone yet. The rest of the Kings hadn't cleared it. We'll give it to Clark, who'll come in on the left wing. Tied at 3, we're here in the third, and Nurse able to break it up and get it down the ice. Penalty over in 28 seconds. Ferrier in behind his net. Drops it to Spence. Makes his way out to LaFerriere. Now to Deneau, off the stick of Kulak. Deneau at his own blue line, over to Spence, back to Philip Deneau. Shoots the puck into the Oilers zone. Nurse to Kulak. Up the right wing, Brown made sure that it got out. It'll go all the way down. Penalty is over. Arvidsson out there. Los Angeles 0 for 1 with a man advantage. We're tied at 3. We're 8.5 gone here in the third. Edmondson to center ice on the left wing. He'll shoot it in. Poked over to the corner. And it's Fogle along the left wing boards for the Kings. Put it in behind the Edmonton goal where Ekholm over to Bouchard. Through the middle to McDavid. David to center ice, now into the Kings end. He'll get it across to the right wing point. Bouchard on the left side to Draisaitl. Holds on to it. Pass on the right. Finds McDavid. Up to the top of the circle to Matthias Ekholm. Now to Draisaitl. Skates towards the goal. Has to go in behind it. To the left. Out to McDavid. But that goes off his stick in the slot. Edmondson. Slow it down. Give it to Anderson. On the left wing for Hellenius. Into the Oiler end, goes to the left wing corner. In behind the net. Shoved to the board. Stetcher got it out up the left wing. Had a Pot Colson. Check just inside the Kings blue line. Gavrikov will get it out. To Byfield on the right wing. He'll shoot it in. McDavid on the inboards. For Stetcher up the left side of Pot Colson. Puck comes back into the corner. It's caught up in some skates. Hellenius Right into the skates of Podkolzin. He's holding on to it there.
Oilers need a change here.
They do. Byfield also in for Los Angeles. Puck comes free just for a moment. Still got it tied up. Now it does squeeze loose to Connor McDavid. He'll skate up the right wing and slow it back down. He'll go off for a change and drop it to Stetcher. He'll take it in behind the Edmonton net.
Very competitive, evenly played game.
Tied at 3 with 9:40 to go in the third. Now the Nurse, center ice for Kapanen to Podkolzin. Has the puck on the right wing in the King zone. To Nugent Hopkins on the right side. Goes into the corner. To the blue line for Nurse. They'll play it to the left wing. Podkolzin along the left wing boards. Now gets it low. Nugent Hopkins trying to hold off Spence. He does. The right wing drops it. Emberson hits from the right wing point. Takes a hard hit from Kopitar. Puck goes in behind the goal. Moverari, right wing to Kempe. Gets it out to center ice to Kopitar. Now to Turcotte to Kopitar into the other end left wing. Kopitar to the left wing point. Anderson shot. And that one goes off of Arvidsson. It will go out of play. With 8:55 to go in the third, we're tied at 3. The Oilers and the Kings will take a break from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. It's for dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fun shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Rogers is Canada's fastest and most reliable internet. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Brown's scoring down in the basement. And there it is! Watch Leon light the lamp in the living room. Spectacular! Connor scoring in all corners of the house. And Nurse notching a game winner in the nursery. Very quietly, of course. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton comes all the way back!
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and home payments, no interest for 1 year. Tied at 3. The Oilers and the Kings. 8:55 to go in this third period.
But Colson not out with his normal line mates here. I'm just wondering a bit. He took a little bit of a low bridge hit. Corey Perry's out there right now with Arvidsson, Draisaitl outside.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Goes to the point. Clark, left wing for LaFerriere. Goes in behind the net. To the right for Fiala. In front of the goal. That was just broken up. Shot from the point. Edmonton shot steered aside by Skinner. Ferriere behind the Edmonton goal. Now to Fiala. Checked by Kulak. Kicks it up the right wing to Emberson. He'll get it to Draisaitl. In over the Kings line to Arvidsson. Down the left wing to Perry. Goes to the left wing corner. Behind the net for Draisaitl. To the right wing point, Bouchard. Winds up, gives the puck to Draisaitl. He'll center that. It's in the slot. Goes off of Perry and covered up by Kemper.
Well, one thing about Leon, he tends to get the puck up the ice. He's having as good a two-way season as there is in the NHL right now. I mean, he's on a 10-game point streak.
That too.
But when you're sitting there plus 19 on a team that's got a plus 13 goal differential, you're making it happen for your squad.
Face off to the right of Darcy Kemper. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman out there with Bouchard and Ekholm. Kopitar taking the draw for the Kings. It'll go behind the net to Anderson. Up the left wing, gets it out, off the stick of Kempe, and that's icing, as Kempe was still on the Kings side of center.
Faceoffs have evened up in this game. Kopitar basically at 50%. McDavid's at 58. This is the old...
Remember, from the Forum?
From the Forum. And not the Great Western Forum.
No, in Montreal.
Yes.
The best.
Helped that they had the best players, too.
Well, that, too.
Coached by Stan Bowman's dad, Scotty Bowman.
Ekholm inside his own blue line to Bouchard. Back to Matthias Ekholm. Up the left wing that misses McDavid. It's icing against the Oilers. And not just the organ. I mean, the anthem back in the day in Montreal. All of it.
They had,
so good.
You know what? They're still, in terms of how they do their presentation, how they treat the opposition organizations that come in there.
The vibe in the rink. Everything.
Don't love the politics of the province, but love the fans. The fans, it's a religion, man. They know it. They know it there.
It's a great experience.
And we're going there. Again.
That's right. Four Nations.
We'll be there.
Can't wait.
Connor will be there.
Yeah, he will.
We're looking forward to it.
Face-off will be to the right of Stuart Skinner. Tied at 3, 7:50 to go in the third period. The Oilers take on the Kings. Bouchard will float it through the middle. Knocked down by Gavrikov. He's inside his own end. Off the left wing, boards it out. Right to Ekholm. Fires a pass off the stick of Nugent Hopkins. Goes into the Kings' end. Gavrikov on the left wing to Kopitar. He's able to get it out. Puck in the neutral zone to Hyman. Pass went off at Kempe, and now it's brought in the Ferrier into the Oilers zone. To Kempe, stops on the right side. He's going to go towards the net. He got it in front of the goal, but it hit an Oilers stick. Goes to the left wing point. Anderson shot. It comes in front. Oh, and that's blocked by Ekholm. Oh, Kempe looked like he had a wide open net, and Ekholm blocks it, and it's sent down the ice, icing against the Oilers.
What a play by Matthias.
Oh.
And what a difference he has been. Plus 84 as the Edmonton Oilers since coming over. That trade from Nashville.
Matthias Ekholm likely saved a goal. It's Adrian Kempe with a great chance. They stay tied at 3 here in the third. 7:05 to go in the period. Up to the left wing point. Edmondson brings it on the right to Fogle. Drops it. Sent to the blue line. Clark across the line to the left wing corner.
Oilers got to get it out here.
Ekholm along the boards. And chopped out of the zone by Hyman. It won't be hard enough for icing. Clark turns it right back up. His pass, that's picked off. Hyman comes into the King zone. Down the right wing of the right corner. Gets dumped down by Fogle. Puck goes in behind the net. Fogle on the right side.
Hyman's like, how's that not a trip? And that's not the words he used.
You cleaned it up a little.
I'm there for you.
Fogle just got it into the Oilers zone. Stetcher through the middle. Off the skate of Henry. Dump it in on the backhand. Clark goes in behind his net for the Kings. Brown is on him. Over for Edmondson up the left wing for Tanner Janot. Janot puts it right on net. The save made by Kemper. Fiala cross ice to Janot. Back to Clark, over to Edmondson. Under 6 to go in the third. Tied at 3. Janot brings it into the other end to Fiala. On the left side, off the end boards, to the right, and just Spence almost spun himself into the ice. And Brown will get it out to Draisaitl. Back into his own end, though, for Stetcher. Oilers make some changes. Troy Stetcher to Draisaitl. Still in the Oilers' end.
Again, back to the 1-3-1.
Up the right wing, now to Arvidsson, and over the line is shot off the outside of the net. Puck near the side of the goal, comes in front of it, and Fiala on the left wing will get it just to the blue line and out. And it's a bouncing puck for Ty Emberson, now to Draisaitl, into the King zone, down the right wing for Arvidsson, to Draisaitl, the angle shot, and the save by Kemper. He'll squeeze it and hold on. We're going to take a break. We got 5:10 to go here in the third. The Oilers and the Kings are tied at 3 from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Calling all hockey parents. Board of Canada and the Edmonton Oilers want to know how your child's minor hockey team gives back to the community. For a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience with 4 drills and skills to train like a pro at Rogers Place. Open to minor hockey teams with players between the ages of 7 to 13 in Edmonton and area. Register your child's minor hockey team today at 4drillsandskills.ca. Registration closes January 31st.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit HeavyMetalEquipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 3. Oilers and the Kings. 5:10 to go in the third period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in Los Angeles.
Good hockey game this afternoon.
Yep, back and forth.
2 evenly matched teams.
Chances at both ends. Tanner Jeannot has the only goal in the third period. Has tied things up for the Kings. That was just 2:32 in. And plenty of opportunity both ways the rest of the way in this third period. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, each with an assist. They each have 10-game point streaks. Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Arvidsson out with Emberson and Kulak for the Oilers. Kopitar taking the draw for Los Angeles. It's in the Kings zone to the left of Kemper. Puck to the corner. Gavrikov up the left wing. Just got it to the Edmonton blue line. Emberson to Draisaitl. Now on the right to Victor Arvidsson. To Leon Draisaitl. Turns back into his own zone. Up the left wing. That's knocked down by Kempe. He'll bring it in. He's through the middle. Over to Turcotte. And his pass picked off in the zone by Draisaitl. He comes into the Kings end. Goes down the right wing. And behind the net, Arvidsson in front of the net. Just broken up before it could get to Podkolzin. Puck cleared out. Kopitar, side his own zone.
That line's got some chemistry, though. Podkolzin, Arvidsson, and Draisaitl. They've made some good plays off the cycles.
Byfield. Pass, glances off the stick of McDavid. It goes to the right corner. McDavid will go in behind the net. Over to the left. Top of the circle. Out to Hyman. Towards the net. Save made by Kemper. Nugent Hopkins gathers the rebound. Has it in the left wing corner. Cycles the puck for Hyman. Knocked down by Anderson. He gets back up. Tied up by Anderson. Hyman stays with it, left wing. And behind the net, it goes off of Byfield. He'll rim it, it won't get out. Bouchard, right point. Over to Ekholm on the left. Ekholm in front of the net, off the stick of Byfield. It goes to the right wing boards. And Jeannot will get it out for Los Angeles. 3:40 to go in the third. Tied at 3. The Oilers and the Kings. McDavid with the puck in the neutral zone now across his line to Ekholm. Ekholm to center ice to shoot it in cross corner. Spence up in the air for the Kings. Will get it out. Troy Stetcher back into his own end. Cross to Nurse, back to Stetcher. To Nurse. Nurse on the right wing to Janmark. Into the Kings zone on the right side. Stops, top of the circle. Gets into the corner. Jeannot was on him. Up the right side. His shot blocked in front. Henry jams it towards the net. Goes off of Edmondson. It's in behind the goal. Spence up the right wing. For LaFerriere. His pass at center ice. Knocked down by Henrique. Henrique comes in on the right side. To Nurse, to Henrique. Into the corner to Brown, in front to Nurse, and he was tied up, and the puck comes out.
Like the Krasnodar puts this line back together. They seem to play well when they're together, Brown and Janmark. Oilers basically just playing three lines here in the final 5 minutes of this game.
Kulak to Stetcher with 2:29 to go in the third, tied at 3. Up to Kapanen, off his stick and in. Kemper to play it, rides it up on the glass to get it out.
I'm wrong, by the way. They've got Kapanen and Perry out here with Leon.
Now Kulak up the left wing, off the left wing boards to Perry, into the Kings zone. Out in behind the net, Gavrikov for Mikey Anderson on the right wing, now to Turcotte. He gets hit by Kulak.
Doesn't have a stick. He's got to get up the ice.
Broke. And now, puck goes in behind the Kings net. On the right side, Anderson out to Kopitar. Drops it to Fogle on the left wing. His shot off the stick of Bouchard. It goes wide. Minute 43 to go in the third. We're tied at 3. It's cleared down the ice. It'll be icing against the Oilers. Faceoff will be in the Oilers zone to the right of Stuart Skinner.
Well, now an important draw. And Fogel's been really good in this game. He's got the 3 points. He's finished a couple of hits. That time he forced the icing by drilling back home.
Right wing corner, Bouchard off the boards and out. Anderson to Byfield to Anderson to Edmondson to Byfield up the right wing at center ice to Fogle. Couldn't get it into the Oilers zone. Good play by Ekholm. Anderson up the right wing to Fogle at center ice. Over to Anderson, right side to Byfield. And the backhanded in. Skinner will stop it behind the net, and he'll leave it there for Evan Bouchard.
This was interesting just how Chris moved the lines around. I thought he would have gotten out behind forwards.
We're to the last minute now here in the third. Tied at 3, the Oilers and the Kings. Bouchard will dump it in on the backhand. Hyman goes towards it, so does Nugent Hopkins. It goes to the left wing corner. Nugent Hopkins had it in his skates. He's up against the boards with Anderson. The puck is just tied up still. Now it comes free. Deneau, left wing to Fiala. Out through the middle, gloved down by Brett Kulak. He'll shoot it right back in with 31 seconds to go here in the third period. Draisaitl right side to Hyman. His shot, and that goes off of Kemper. And the puck to the right wing corner. Hyman trying to dig it loose. 20 seconds left to go. Puck to the middle. Deneau will skate out for the LA Kings up the right wing. One hands it in behind Kulak. He goes after it on the inboards. Hit by Kulak. Draisaitl rimming it to the line. Kept in by Gavrikov. He'll go to the right corner. A backhand that goes off of Skinner. Draisaitl can't get it out. Kept in Deneau. His shot, and it's blocked. And this thing's going to go to overtime. The Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings all tied up at 3. When we come back, we got 3-on-3 overtime for you, so don't go anywhere. From the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with heavy metal equipment and rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, we're going to need a little extra time as the Oilers and the Kings will go to overtime. The Oilers are 7-2 this year in 3-on-3 overtime. They have not been to a shootout yet. Kings are 0-4 in 3-on-3, and they're 0-1 in a shootout, so 0-5 overall. And this is the third time in the last 4 games the Oilers have gone to overtime.
And LA's won draws, and that matters in overtime. Possession, some would say 9/10 of the rule. And the Kings have won 33 of the 60 faceoffs in this game. So Edmonton's 45% in the faceoff circle. Draisaitl at 11-2. McDavid at 8-9. Kopitar at 11-8 for the Kings. Be interested to see who LA starts here. They wouldn't start Fogle, would they?
Well, he's having a day. He's got a goal and 2 assists.
Start him with Byfield? Would you do that if you're LA? For Jim Hiller? Play a hunch?
Fogle's on the ice right now. It's looking that way. Fogle, Byfield, and Anderson. And that is who the Kings will start with. Of course, McDavid, Draisaitl, Bouchard for Edmonton.
Byfield's 9-8. Again, Leon, 11-12.
Oilers have won 3 straight and 8 of 9 coming into this. Their first regular season matchup with the Kings this season. It's everything we could have hoped for and maybe a little more. All right, underway in overtime. It's in the skates. Draisaitl gets it back to Bouchard, and the Oilers get first possession. Bouchard in behind the Oiler net. Now to McDavid. He comes flying up the right wing. He'll cut to the middle at center. Now into the King zone on the right. Slows up. Comes across the blue line. Right wing to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up to the top of the circle. Now to McDavid. Still on the right side to Draisaitl. He'll go to the net. The shot save made by Kemper. Puck on the left wing. It's Bouchard to take it out of the zone. The Oilers will regroup. Bouchard forced back by Fogle. That's in front of the net, and Fogle gets his stick in there. Knocks the stick out of Bouchard's hands. It's in the corner. Draisaitl might get it free, but it goes to Kopitar. He'll bring it out of the zone.
That's usually a penalty call. It wasn't called there.
Now Kopitar to Kempe into the Oiler end. And shot saved by Skinner. The rebound hit the pad of Skinner. Oh, what a stop. Stuart Skinner with the left pad. Bouchard gets control, but his pass misses Draisaitl.
He's got to get off the ice.
Gavrikov, right wing for Kopitar. We're in overtime here in Los Angeles. Over to Kempe on the left. He's at center ice for Gavrikov. Comes into the Oilers zone down the right wing. Over to Kopitar. Got his stick lifted, but he gets it back to the right corner. Kopitar will clear it out of the zone. Clark had just come onto the ice.
Got to go here.
He quickly makes the change as Brant Clark turns it through the middle for the Kings. Into the Oiler end. Left wing for Laferriere. Laferriere to left corner. Drives towards the net and a save made by Skinner. Nugent Hopkins has it. He'll come up the right wing for Edmonton. Into the Kings zone. Nugent Hopkins for Ekholm on the right. Into the corner to Nugent Hopkins. Comes up to the blue line. His pass finds Ekholm. Down the right wing. Now to the high slot to Hyman, left wing corner. Hyman checked by Clark. And Fiala gets the puck, gives it to Laferriere. He'll come to center ice. Into the Oiler and knocked off his stick by Ekholm. He'll hack it up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll get it out, a bouncing puck, but it goes just past Hyman. And Anderson for the Kings to Fiala. Right wing to Byfield. Nugent Hopkins was unable to break it up. Here comes Anderson down the right wing. Drives on net. Save made by Skinner. Puck on the end boards. 2:20 to go here in overtime. Byfield's pass to the right wing point to Fogle. Fogle to the side of the net to Byfield. Goes in behind it. Byfield to the middle. Anderson, the shot. That's off an Oiler stick. Goes over the Oiler net. It's in behind the goal. Byfield out of the right corner to the high slot. Now to the left wing point. Will come out of the zone.
Nugent Hopkins is exhausted. Quick change here on the D.
Byfield into the Oiler end. Right wing to Kempe for Deneau. Now to Byfield in the slot. Comes down the left wing. Shoots. Scores. Quentin Byfield. He goes glove side on Skinner. And the Kings win it 4-3 in overtime.
Skinner's saying I think he's saying his lid was knocked. His helmet was, he's holding his. So why didn't you? I think he thinks that his mask is not. But we've never seen Stewart do this.
He's having a discussion with both referees.
When's the last time you've ever seen him do this?
Well,
They did a good job against the Oilers' best unit, and at the end of the day, it's one guy. Quinton Byfield was the best player on the ice in this game today, and he won the game.
Second of the game, 8th of the season for Byfield. Kings win their first game in overtime this season. But yes, Byfield the game winner.
And the two teams are tied in points.
Yeah, tied.
I mean, the Oilers still got a point in the hockey game. LA got 6 shots on goal in overtime game. And the Oilers never got any. They got 1.
Yeah. Yeah, shot 6-1 in the overtime.
But Oilers got caught. Long change. They did get Nurse on the ice. Henrique had a tough afternoon against Byfield. It was a tough matchup. And he was out there with Nugent Hopkins, and Nugent Hopkins was dead tired at the end of his shift. On the 3-on-3, LA gets the win. Anaheim up next. Last score we had in Anaheim. It is the final, and the Flyers win in Anaheim and won the Cutter Gauthier Jamie Drysdale trade matchup. Philly wins that game 3-1. Anaheim's got some real bangers on D, right? They got 2 of the hardest hitting players in the league, Radko Gudas and now Jacob Trouba. They're not scoring a lot up front, including some of those guys that they were expecting to maybe take a bit of an offensive step forward. You know, I'm not the biggest Trevor Zegras guy. He's out with an injury. The Oilers, for whatever reason, have gotten a little bit, have enjoyed putting the boots to Anaheim the last couple of years, but both teams will be smarting after a loss today. The Oilers dropped to 11-2-1 in their last 14 games by virtue of this 4-3 game, but Warren Fogle and Byfield and Jeannot, they won the game for LA. That's the difference in this hockey game. They were in on every goal.
Yeah.
That's simple. So, we'll see Calvin Pickard tomorrow, and we'll see what other changes. I mean, the Oilers don't have a lot of other options. I would think
Derek Ryan gets in. It's the mom's trip.
It's the mom's trip. And if you put Derek Ryan in, it probably allows you options of putting Skinner and Jeff. It gives you the option if you have Derek Ryan at center, he can play with Corey Perry at either Kapanen or Jeff Skinner on the fourth line. But it's a little bit frustrating night for Edmonton. Really good hockey game. Could have gone either way.
Yeah, exciting game here at the Crypto.com Arena this afternoon. 4-3 the final. The Kings win it in overtime. Kasperi Kapanen, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, and Victor Arvidsson scored for Edmonton. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl each pick up an assist. They both have 10-game point streaks. Zach Hyman, he had goals in 6 coming into this one. He doesn't score a goal, but he does pick up an assist, so he's got a 7-game point streak. It was Byfield with a pair, including the OT winner, Warren Fogle and Tanner Jeannot also scoring for the Kings. So that line of Fogle, Byfield, Jeannot was a wrecking crew for Los Angeles, and Fogle added a couple of assists, so a 3-point afternoon for Warren Fogle. Oilers dropped 21-11-3 on the season. The Kings improved to 20-10-5, and now both teams with 45 points and tied for second in the Pacific Division. Exciting game here this afternoon, but the Oilers lose it in overtime. Our Rogers post-game show's coming up next.